conversation in your mind or had it. Obviously, you guys know that I love.
Mm.
So I did a post on Instagram last year called 7 Reasons Why I Love Being Gay. I've chosen 3 of those 7 reasons that I want to share with you guys here today. Okay. They are courage, defiance, and perseverance. Courage, for sure, because coming out is one of the greatest acts of courage, in my opinion. To
Yeah.
stand out as authentically you in the face of discrimination and rejection and homophobia is incredibly brave. So if you, viewer, listener, have ever come out to someone, I never ever want you to doubt for a second that you are brave and courageous. You don't
Mm.
need to convince yourself of that fact. It is a fact. You are courageous. And so I think anyone who is part of the LGBTQIA plus 2S community can very, very validly put the word courageous after their name. Number 2 was defiance. And we kind of talked about this a little bit, but I love that the queer community just gets to push boundaries on everything, especially sex, relationship, and gender roles. And Reno touched on this as well. And I love that simply by existing, we have been rebelling against the status quo for centuries. And I too love to rebel against the status quo. I love to subvert the culture a little bit. And I get such a kick out of that. So for me, I feel like, yes, like sign me up for that community. I'm all about it. And the third thing is perseverance. And so another thing that I am is some might say stubborn. I like to use the word determined. And I believe that our ancestors are as well. So unlike our hetero friends who we love, we didn't have basic rights for most of history, and a lot of us still don't. To this day, in this very country, we still do not have those basic rights, and yet queer people have endured through the centuries, through the millennia, and not only have we survived, we have thrived. And that fight is still alive in me. I don't know if it's from a past life, but when I start thinking about it and talking about it, I get really passionate in my blood
Mm.
that we have fought to be here. And we cannot forget that those rights can be taken away at any moment by a select few individuals. And in that case, my friends, they are not rights, they are privileges. And we have
Mm.
to be very careful not to get complacent. And I say
Mm.
that now in 2024, even in Canada and in the US and wherever our listeners are, we cannot get complacent. Okay. We stand, I stand, all of us stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. And so that makes me very proud and very
Mm.
honored. And that is infused in the work that I do. We probably could not be here having this podcast even just a few decades ago. This
Mm.
would not be a thing. So that is something that I'm very, very proud of and I will never forget.